Yo, it's the Fatboy Show on your number one station, RX Radio. How is the hustle going? You must be on your way to work right now if you're listening to the Fatboy Show. And to you, I say all the best to you. Let's hope that hustle pays off, that you're going to get those deals, or you're going to do well in your career or profession or place of employment and thrive economically, because I do feel strongly that I should wish this upon you, such that you too might wish it upon me and we can prosper together.
It's only fair, man.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
It's got to go both ways.
Yeah.
I bless you, you bless me.
Hey,
otherwise,
do me, I do you.
we got a problem.
Yeah, man.
Now, the problem also in Uganda seems to be that people in especially the banking sector are choosing to bless themselves with clients' money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that can't be good. Before I was getting excited. I was like, this is nice. I should join banking.
You see, there have been a number of prominent high-profile banking scandals in which employees of various private commercial banks have engaged in fraudulent activities, stealing money from the customers of the banks, creating ghost accounts and some false pretext to transfer that money. And it's been a big mess. I'm not going to name specific names of banks, but there have been some high-profile ones of some of the major commercial banks here.
It's been a big thing on social media.
It has.
Yeah.
And the Bank of Uganda is coming out to warn against this. Apparently, it's growing in it's becoming a bigger problem. So apparently, within the year, there have been so far 82 cases related to bank and corporate fraud reported to police.
Yikes.
So I don't know what it is about the banking sector, the corporate sector, that makes people prone to engaging in this.
Money.
But if you work in a bank, you're probably well paid. You're better paid than the average Ugandan.
It's never enough, man. Like, when have you ever looked at money and thought, yeah, I think I'm going to stop working now? Like, there's always someone thinking, hey, man, now that I've learned how to do this, I think maybe I can know how to double it if I tried this.
I think, and you're right. I think money usually is never enough.
Never.
You always want more. And when you look at the cost of living in Uganda, the cost of things such as even accommodation, people want in Uganda, the home ownership is still a big priority for a lot of people. And given the price of real estate, unless you're stealing money, how are you even going to build a house?
Where do you start?
Because to just even buy the plot of land, if it's going to be within this Kampala-Wakiso district, you're looking at some serious 20 million.
30 minimum.
For a few decimals.
And that's outside. Like, this is you now heading out of Kampala. We're talking Sasa. I don't know. Is it Sasa part of Kampala?
Can you imagine?
I don't even know if it is.
So obviously, it's going to make people a lot more prone to finding dishonest ways of finding the money.
Yes.
To build the luxury home in the fine neighborhood of Chira, Chanja, and the nearby suburbs. What about the car you want to drive, the fancy car? That's also going to cost you a pretty penny.
Man.
So you're going to have to steal that money, it seems.
A little. Sample from there. And I think in the digital age, the temptation is even greater knowing, you could type in a few lines of code. when you think about it, you're like...
And then just transfer money.
Like, I've heard of so many cases of people stealing like that, where it's just, I'm going to steal 100 shillings from every account in this bank. And most people are not going to, throw a fit over 100 shillings missing.
Yeah.
But if you took 100 shillings from every account every week for 1 month, you're a millionaire. And I've heard of that being done on several occasions. So in addition to Uganda being, should I say, technologically reluctant, among other things, it just gives an opportunity for a lot of cyber thieves to set up.
But do they not think about the consequences? Because you always leave behind a trail. So I'm wondering what the calculation is in the minds of those who do this. Do they imagine that, and I used to hear this, that they study the law and they know that the maximum sentence for the crime in question could be maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years, let's say, or even 7.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna steal 10 billion, you might as well go to jail and sit there for 3 years.
Yeah,
and come out to your 10 billion.
Yeah, it's a payoff. As in, you've now earned it. Like, they can't throw you back in jail for the same money.
So it's essentially you're just sent off to have a short holiday in the the prison,
in the coolers.
in the coolers,
Think about your life.
and you come out a billionaire.
Pretty much. So
Rather than slaving away 9 to 5 at the office.
you could not have made that money even if you had worked for the 3 years you were in jail. Like, that's
So yeah,
the logic.
some people just say, let's just do it, and then they do it.
Let's do it. One guy takes the fall. He comes back out and lives a good life.
And maybe his collaborators will promise to take care of
The family,
and
keep
stuff like that.
keep their share intact
In
outside.
fact, you'll get the largest share, the largest cut of the money we stole.
You're like, our guy, man, you won't come back and find your house built, your car in the compound, it's well set, there's a view of everything.
And then we're gonna pay the prison warden, so you're gonna be eating well.
You're going to be feeding well inside. They're going to put you in
Wow, you're
in
giving
isolation.
me ideas. You're giving me ideas.
This is not what the information was meant to be used for.
Because man, this hustle is real.
This house is crazy, man.
It's real out here. But
Yeah, you have to keep it legit.
yeah, you should be legit. So as a country, man, this is a moment of reckoning. Because if we don't arrest the situation now, it's going to be an irreversible situation. It's going to be a downward spiral into the abyss of evil that we might find ourselves in if we don't put the brakes on right now.
And if it's not enough motivation for you to stop stealing, just picture yourself on the losing end of the money,
Meaning,
being the person getting robbed. So
you think anyone cares about that? They don't. No one thinks it can happen to them. No one has empathy.
And therein lies the lie, man. It's they think it can happen to them. So they're
And
like, it's no
supposedly-
big deal.
And supposedly, this is such a morally righteous country full of God-fearing individuals and devout Christians and Muslims. When it comes to stealing money, somehow people forget religion. I wonder why.
That entire statement should have put Mbu in it.
Mbu.
Mbu, it's a moral country. Mbu, we fear and respect religion. Mbu.
Mbu, in RX Radio, we play amazing music. But actually, that's not an Mbu, that's an actual fact.
It's true.
And so we're going to keep it blazing right here on the Fatboy Show. Do stay tuned.